Hello everyone, in this quick video, we're going to learn how to manage workload profiles in Azure Container Apps using Terraform. As you can see on the screen, I have a very simple Terraform file in my VS Code I have opened. I have taken this directly from the Terraform documentation. I'm first creating a resource group, a log analytics workspace, a Container Apps environment, and the container app. So if I go into the VS Code, I have the same thing here, and I have already initialized Terraform as well. Now I'm going to apply this to create the resources. As you can see, I don't have any workload profile configured here. Let me apply this Terraform configuration. This can take few minutes to be deployed. And now let me go into Azure portal. And if I go into the Container Apps environment, as you can see here, the environment type is consumption only, and I don't have a tab to manage workload profiles as well. The reason that I wanted to show you this before doing the workload profile based deployment is that if you change a consumption plan to workload profile mode, the whole environment gets recreated. And now let me add a workload profile into this Container Apps environment. So now all I have to do is adding this code block here, workload profile. The type is D4, the name, and the maximum instance count and the minimum instance count as well. So I can add more workload profiles like this. Let's say if I wanted 2 workload profiles, this is how I can add them, and I can change it to E4, for example. Let's say this is a memory optimized one. I'm going to name it to memory optimized, and all right, I'm going to save it. And now let me run the Terraform plan to see what happens to the environment. All right, as you can see, we are going to add 2 new resources, and we're going to destroy the existing resources. And if I scroll up, the Container App environment, this will be replaced, and the Container App, it also will be replaced. And I don't think this will be an issue if you have all the CI/CD pipelines and things like that in place. And now I'm going to apply this change. This will destroy the environment that you have there first, and it will create the new environment, and the type of the new environment will be workload profiles. And this can take around 7-8 minutes to be deployed. All right, now let me go back to the Azure portal, and let me refresh this. We're gonna go back to the resource group, and then I'm gonna go into the environment. As you can see now, the environment type is workload profiles. And if we look at the tabs that are available for us, we have the workload profiles, and we have the 2 new workload profiles that we have added using Terraform. Even though I have added the 2 workload profiles, the existing application that we have created here, let me go back to the code, and this is the Container Apps environment, and this is the Container App. That is still in the consumption tier. But if I go into that, let me just go into that and look at the environment type, it says workload profile. So this can be a little bit misleading for some, but if we scroll down, as you can see, we have the type of actual workload profile of this Container App. Now what is shown here is the type of the environment. Now the next question is how to deploy the existing Container App in the workload profile. Now what happens if we keep this configuration here is that you'll have to pay for the workload profile a constant amount. In addition to that, you'll have to pay for the consumption tier Container App as well. And it is really easy to change this Container App from the consumption tier into the workload profile tier. So all we have to do is I'm going to go into the Terraform code, and I'm going to apply the workload profile name here, the name. So we have created 2 workload profiles. I'm going to copy this name. I'm going to use the same name here. This is all we have to do to assign the consumption tier Container App into a workload profile. And by default, this is the default configuration of the Container App. If you want to move a Container App that is deployed in a workload profile, by changing this, you can move it to the consumption tier. Let me change this back to the workload profile name, and then I'm gonna run a Terraform plan command. And as you can see, the app 1 will not be recreated. It'll be updated in place. So the change is consumption to the workload profile. Now let me run it. All right, as you can see, we have updated the app. Now let me go back to the Azure portal, and this is the container app. As you can see, it's in the consumption. Let me refresh it. As you can see, the workload profile is the new workload profile that we have created. By changing this, we're not changing the URL or the functionality of the app in any way. So it's a really good flexibility to have. I mean, let's say if you have deployed an application in the workload profiles tier, and if you think it's no longer required for you to have the container app in the workload profile tier, you can just easily move that to the consumption tier to save some money. And the next thing is you can easily switch between consumption and the workload profile mode here in the portal itself as well. Now this is what I wanted to cover in this video today. If you have any comments or video suggestions, please let me know in the comments down below. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you learned something new today. I will see you with another video like this soon, and thanks for watching.